My name is David Cage, and I'm the writer and director at Quantic and occasionally CEO when time allows.
What's going on, Nathan?
This is Ryan Clayton from the CIA. The agency wants you to join their military school program at Camp Perry. You have to go with them, Jody. Today.
Come on, Holmes, keep up!
I decided to join this industry when the first real-time 3D games appeared. And I thought, okay, now, very quickly, we're going to move from, these 2D characters jumping on platforms to something in real-time 3D with cameras, with acting, with actors, with stories. And I thought, wow, that's so exciting. It's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years, and I want to be a part of it. And here we are 16 years later, and yeah, it happens, but slowly. Definitely took more time than I expected. The direction we decided to take at Quantic Dream is honestly a very risky one. We try to do something that basically no one spontaneously expects. They gamers, if you ask them what they want more shooters and more racing games and more platform games, and fair enough. So we come to them with a strange position saying, yeah, we know you don't expect that, but have a look and maybe you'll like it. When you reach the end of an experience like Heavy Rain or beyond, you have the same feeling than when you see the end of a film. Actually, it's what cinema calls the sense of closure. And what is a little bit different between films and games is that films have one sense of closure. There is one resolution to the narrative, where in interactive storytelling, you can have many different endings. And beyond, we have like 23 different endings. So we have different senses of closure based on what you did in the story, and that will take you to very different resolutions and kinds of endings with different emotions, and that maybe will have a different light on your story looking backward. Depending on how the story ends, you will think differently about your journey. And this is what's so unique about this medium, what's so exciting about it. When I founded the studio, 16 years ago. It was really about creating experiences that would be about emotion in game and interactive storytelling. And it's really interesting to see that how sometimes people consider that interactivity and storytelling are two things that cannot work together because they are too different in essence. And I was very interested, maybe as you were, to see this interview with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, I think in June, where basically they said it cannot work. It's impossible to tell a story if the player is in control. And actually they said, well, you know what? It's really not Shakespeare, the kind of stories that you can get in games. And I think this is a very interesting statement from major talents. I mean, they're incredible geniuses, these people, and they really made some of the most influential movies of the recent period. But at the same time, it's interesting to see that maybe they are not fully aware of what this industry is really doing. Because actually, we are making it. We are creating interactive storytelling. And to tell you the truth, my gut feeling is that this is the most exciting evolution in storytelling since films were invented. So we would really like to get these guys on board and tell them, look, it's not only about me and Quantic Dream. Many people out there work on interactive storytelling, and you should have a look, because maybe there is something interesting for you guys. There is maybe something interesting, something you could maybe be a part of it. So they said it's not Shakespeare. I would like to say, well, you know what? I would be very excited in creating an interactive version of Shakespeare. And if they want to accept the challenge, they can just fund it, and I will be glad to write it. So if they hear this message, if they watch this video live, Steven, George, let's go, let's do it.